I can't help but feel this is one of those could have been cars, because the 2017 Infiniti QX30 GT may well have offered a properly compelling offering in the premium small SUV segment. But, unfortunately for Infiniti, it doesn't. And this review will point out why. First off, the price. For a base model compact luxury SUV like the QX30 to kick off at $48,900 plus on-road costs, there's a hell of a lot of space below it, space that is filled by some of the best mainstream SUVs on the market from some of the hottest brands on the Australian automotive landscape. You can get a ton of value in a Mazda CX-5 or Volkswagen Tiguan for this sort of cash. At face value, it's not even price competitive with its main peers. A Mini Countryman kicks off from just $39,900, the BMW X1, the Mini's twin, is from $49,990 in base model guys. An Audi Q2 can be had from $41,100 or a Q3 from $42,900. That said, the QX30 has all-wheel drive as standard, and to get that in an X1, Countryman, Mercedes-Benz GLA, you've got to spend $60,000 or more, or in the case of the Autos, $47,900, Q2, and $48,500, Q3, respectively. The QX30 offers some intriguing standard equipment inclusions and omissions. You don't get a rear-view camera, which is utterly disgraceful for a car at this, or any, price point, but you get rear parking sensors. In the top-spec version, there's a surround-view camera system and front and rear parking sensors, which is packaged with a semi-autonomous parking system. The lack of a backup camera in the entry-level GT is a real issue, because vision from the driver's seat in the QX30 isn't terrific. The chunky rear pillars and narrow rear glass make over-shoulder glances almost useless, and although the sensors help matters, it is a terrible oversight. Now that's off my chest, let's consider some of the standard goodies that are pluses for the QX30, like the full LED headlights with cornering beams, the autonomous emergency braking, AEB, system, the standard fit satellite navigation and 10-speaker Bose stereo system. The interior is hit and miss, too, quite literally, actually, as the QX30's ridiculously oversized door sills means you will almost certainly hit your feet as you get in. It is one of the most annoying elements of any car on sale, particularly if you have large feet, and if you or your family members plan to use the second row a lot. The rear ingress and egress is terrible, with those sills tripping and trapping you as you get in and out. If you're tall, you have to watch your head when entering and exiting too. I hit my noggin a couple of times during my time with the car. The rear seat is very tight for legroom and footroom, too, and headroom isn't terrific in the back either. There are rear seat air vents, which are a nice inclusion, and there's a ski port, too, with the boot offering a reasonable, but far from exceptional, 430 liters of cargo capacity, and it has a flat floor with the 60 hours 40 minutes split-fold rear seats drop down. If you're after a more practical family compact SUV at this price point, check out the BMW or Mini, which have massive boots and even sliding rear seats for expanded room. The materials used are of a good quality, despite the fact this is supposed to be a luxury car and doesn't have leather seat trim. The cloth trim is fine, and I guess they really wanted to have a two-model strategy. Perhaps that wasn't the best idea. I mean, it's nearly 50 grand and it doesn't have dual-zone climate control, and this spec misses out on the swish suede headlining that we liked so much when we had the high-spec model at our mega test late last year. Everything is well put together, and yes, it has a certain Mercedes-Benz air to the cabin to some extent. The steering wheel, instrument cluster, plenty of the controls and the entire dashboard are all pretty much lifted straight out of the GLA. Other questionable spec things: it has a key, not push-button start, but has keyless entry, huh? And you don't get blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning or adaptive cruise control. It has an auto-dimming rear-view mirror and an auto-dimming driver's side mirror, but the passenger side doesn't auto-dim, and that disparity can be a little annoying. It means the passenger mirror brightness stands out, making it a little distracting. The infotainment system, too, isn't as good as you'll find elsewhere. Sure, Infiniti has its own rotary dial system, and yes, it is reasonably easy to get the hang of, but the fonts on the screen are